Even gods make mistakes.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Photo Department. I want to do something different with this episode. I've been a little uninspired lately. It just seems like, every time I look, there's a new photography YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Basically, I care too much about what other people are doing, and I need to not care. And honestly, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. Kind of want to do something a little more fun and interesting and more in-depth without being overly talky and boring. So I decided I was going to take my friend Jordan up on his invitation to come over to his house and cook pizzas. To put it lightly, Jordan is absolutely obsessed with pizza.
The round flatness.
And he actually took a trip where he went all over the US and tried all sorts of different pizzas. And I think that he has a very refined pizza palate. And he's one of the hardest working people I know, and I respect him a lot, whether it comes to music, sound design, or any other crazy thing he puts his mind to, like making pizzas and roasting coffee, apparently. He's a super interesting person and a really fun guy to be around. And I thought, oh, okay, well, you're in this pizza journey to figure out, how to make the best pizza for yourself. Maybe I can take some photos. So he agreed to that, and I brought my favorite camera, the Mamiya RB67. You are all very well aware that I love this camera. It seems that the RZ or the RZ67 is really, really popular nowadays, and they're flying off the used camera shelves. The price has skyrocketed because everyone's buying them up, which is great. I'm really happy to see that. But I really feel that the RB67 is really the one for me. It's just a great camera. I don't have to worry about a battery. So I was really thinking about shooting Portrait 800 because I knew it was going to be lower light. It was going to be in his kitchen and his dining room. I brought my video light, but I didn't want to flood the whole scene with light and having to move it around all the time and have it not be in the shots. And so I was thinking, okay, Portrait 800 would probably be a good idea. But then I thought, why don't I use the mythical CineStill 800T? I really like this film. I think that it is a very cool film. It's not for every day for me. It's a very specialty thing. I think it's pretty specialty for most people, but I do know a lot of people who are shooting a lot of this film, and that's cool. It's a little pricey, so I can't be spending a ton of it. I bought 2 rolls of this, and 2 rolls of 50D that I recently ruined 2 rolls of. And I bought some random film washi film as well. And it was like $80 for 5 rolls of film. So yeah, it's expensive. That being said, I also didn't just want to shoot this at box speed. I've been doing some research on CineStill and Kodak Vision3, and I was thinking that it might be interesting to either push or pull this film and see what I could achieve. I was doing some reading online when I was researching CineStill, and I had read that often DPs or directors will push Vision3 500T to 1000 ISO because it's not going to break down or get extra grainy, and it's going to look really good. So I thought, okay, well, I really like cinematic photos. CineStill is a cinematic film. Let's see how cinematic we can make this really look. So I thought, okay, throw it in the Mamiya, bust out my Sekonic L358 Flashmaster. It actually says Flashmaster on it. And really try to get these shots to look cinematic, or at least find out what this film can do at 1000 ISO. So I shot the roll at 1000 ISO, and then when I developed it in the C41 kit, I pushed the time to 4 minutes and 15 seconds, which is a little less than halfway to 4:55, which is what the CineStill kit recommends if you push the film stop. And since I didn't do a full stop, that seemed to make sense to me, and I was going to hope for the best. I had a lot of fun making this. I really hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did making it and eating it. Eating the pizza. Oh, also, I'm really sorry for the crappy sound quality. I had my recorder and boom mic set up for audio, but in a miscommunication between my brain and my body, I did not press the record button, so there is no off-camera audio. It's all the internal X Pro 2 audio, so it's kind of echoey, and Jordan is not a very loud talker, so I mean, you can listen, you can hear it. It's not terrible. It's just not great either. Just so you know, whatever. Put subtitles on.
My name is Jordan Sobolu, and for some reason I am obsessed with pizza.
Good.
And I've recently had a minor health issue, which has led me to have some time off where I'm able to obsess about making pizza and really nerd out about developing my dough and my different baking techniques.
This is good for the high hydration dough that doesn't stretch as easily.
Pizza is just like the universal food. Like traveling the country and to some extent the world, I've noticed that like pizza is the most universally loved food. You can find it everywhere, and in every little city in the country, every little podunk town has a pizza parlor. They might not necessarily have every other type of food, but I've noticed pizza is just the most liked food, and there's something special about the combination of dough, sauce, and cheese. I don't know, it just works. My favorite go-to pizza is New York. A few times that I've been in New York, I've just ate nothing but pizza for almost 2 weeks. and I don't know, it's the birthplace of American pizza, and it's the birthplace of pizza coming from Italy and turning into this whole new thing. And there's just so much to dive into when you go to New York. Like, oh, too much garlic is the right amount. But then last time it was like really too much. Like I pushed that thought process a little too far.
He did say that.
But you could do so much better for not much more money.
How do you give that a shot? How do you do it to him?
I think the combination of texture, shape, density all just works. It's a big, flat piece that's kind of floppy, kind of chewy, kind of crunchy, and you just grab a slice to go and just hit the streets. It's perfect for walking around New York. A topping that's sacrilege, I mean, a lot of people would say pineapple, but I don't believe in sacrilege when it comes to food. I think anything goes. At a certain point, if you push it too far, maybe it's not even pizza anymore, but does it matter if it's pizza or does it matter if it's just good to eat? Hope to achieve total pizza nirvana. I want to make something that I think is the best. Like some places maybe they have the best crust or the best sauce or the best cheese or toppings or whatever. I'm hoping to replicate what I think is the best pizza in my home oven, and to do so I kind of have to get a little experimental. Tonight I'm trying out a few different things. I'm still on my journey. I haven't achieved nirvana yet. I'm trying out a lower hydration dough and a higher hydration dough to kind of see how they fare against each other. And I'm trying a few different techniques on positioning my stone and my steel in the oven. I'm trying putting them on the bottom, on the top, and flipping the two around to see what works better to get the bottom and the top of the pizza cooked perfectly. First two are higher hydration for New York style, which is 68% hydration. And that's 68% by weight of the flour. And the second two that look a little poofier, which I kind of didn't expect, are the lower hydration ones. Those are 58% as opposed to the 68%. So there's a 10% difference, and those are kind of both at the lower and the higher range of what you want for hydration of a New York pizza. Growing up in the 80s and early 90s, I was a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. I somehow identified with being radical and skateboarding and eating pizza, and they all kind of went together. So I don't know, I guess I never lost it.
Oh man. Which slice? I'm gonna go for this guy right here. A parm. Little pep. I didn't salt the pie. Doesn't really need it, but gives it a little extra something. Alright. Good color. Good crumb. Very light and crispy. Thin and crunchy and chewy, but not too thin, not too crunchy, not too chewy. Bubbles are good. I wish I could get more bubbles, bigger ones. I'll work on that. I'm pleased with this.
So you think it's a successful pie right there?
Oh yeah. If you don't enjoy this, there's something wrong with you.
I think this film is a really great platform for color grading. I didn't do any of that. I just wanted to show the raw scans, but I think that out of processing, just scanning it, it has a very good platform for color correction and really making it look the way you want to. I think that in the future, I might actually rate this film at 1600 and do the one-stop push, because I think that the shadows held together really great. There's a little bit of noise in the shadows, but I'm going to attribute that to my scanner more than to the film itself. I think that the colors coming right out of the scans were really great. I think they were a little on the cold side, but that's to be expected with 800T. The lighting in that room was mixed. It wasn't all tungsten, it wasn't all fluorescent. There was like a mix of a bunch of different types of lighting, and I think that considering that, this film held up really great. I really like how much detail and sharpness is apparent in these images. I think this is a great film to push. I've only ever shot CineStill 800T at 800, and I'm definitely going to stop doing that going forward and make sure that I have opportunities to push this to 1600, because I think that it really works this way. If you're new to CineStill 800T and you're not sure how to shoot it, box speed is always great. You can definitely push this film. It has the latitude, and this is not sponsored by CineStill, so I'm not being paid to say that, but I would. CineStill, I would be paid to say that. I'm just saying that if you wanted to pay me to say things, I'll do it. I'll do it. I want to thank Mamiya for sponsoring this video. Mamiya has been a huge sponsor from the beginning. They don't send me anything, money or gear or anything like that, but I use their cameras all the time and I love them, and so thank you, Mamiya. I want to thank Sakonic for sponsoring this video. They didn't sponsor me with any money or gear again, but I do use their light meter with every time I shoot, so thank you, Sakonic, for making a great piece of gear. I want to thank CineStill for sponsoring this episode. They didn't actually sponsor it with any film or money or PR or anything, but I did purchase a lot of their film at a large detriment to my wallet, and it was making this video possible. So thank you guys for producing this really cool film that people really love and allowing people to purchase it with their hard-earned money. That's really cool. Also today, right now, this video is sponsored by Starbucks, and specifically the pumpkin spice latte, because I had one and now I feel like I've had too much sugar and caffeine at the same time, so I'm feeling a little weird, but you know, it's fall, so PSL time. Spooky. All right, thanks.